Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Wednesday, and all of our guests today are brought to you by Able Auctions, ableauctions.ca. We're just waiting on Amar Doman, BC Lions owner. Lions finishing up their regular season on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Start, by the way, kickoff at BC Place against Montreal. Vernon Adams will be starting at quarterback in place of Nathan Rourke. So we're waiting on Amar. So we'll do as we're doing that, we'll hit the poll question, the Waddling Dog poll question, and visit one of Victoria's favorite pubs where you can enjoy 20 taps and 20 screens. We're talking about the Waddling Dog, your home for the Canucks and UFC. Come sit and stay at the Dog today. Canucks losing 4-1 in Tampa Bay, winless in 3.
Ryan, get her up, the Waddling Dog pub poll question. Here we go. As soon as Ryan gets her up, our Waddling Dog pub poll question. What's the main reason the Canucks are winless after 3? No Demko, no top 6 producing issues on the back end. Relax, it's only 3 games. And guess who's winning? Top 6 not producing, 52%. But also very high up there, number 2 is relax, it's only 3 games. You know, the Canucks' first 3-game losing streak last year, Donnie, was in February. Think about that. And they've started the year with...
I'll think about that.
Yeah. Amar's here.
We got Amar?
Yeah, we got Amar.
So more on the Canucks a little bit later. As Amar Doman joins us, BC Lions owner. As I mentioned, Lions play their final regular season game. It's against Montreal, 4 o'clock kickoff at BC Place. That's on Saturday. Lions coming off the 39-8 loss last Saturday in Regina. They've made a quarterbacking change. Nathan Rourke will not start. Vernon Adams will on Saturday, and then on they go to the playoffs from there.
Right.
Amar, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, Amar, not the best of times for your football team. I am sure you would admit that. What went through your mind watching that game Saturday in Regina?
You know, it was a tough one to watch. There was just a whole bunch of things, and I think that the opening play just set the tone, and our team just reacted back well. You know, it's like a quick goal in hockey. It just right away just deflated everything. It was such a freak play for a pick six immediately that we just couldn't get out of that ditch. And you're on the road in Regina, the loudest stadium in the league, and yeah, it was just a tough start to the game that just cascaded, and that was a tough one.
Vernon Adams is going to start Saturday in place of Nathan Rourke. Do you agree with that decision, Amar?
You know, the coaches know what's going on best, and certainly we are happy to have 2 awesome quarterbacks with great attitudes. And, you know, it's whatever it is to try and win. You know, we're in the tournament. We want to finish the year strong here at home against Montreal at 4 o'clock Saturday, and then get into the tournament on the road and see what we can do. So I think that, you know, the coach has got things under control. VA's excited. I know Nathan's supporting him just as VA was supporting Nathan. You know, there's other things I think the team needs to fix besides the quarterback area, which I think is fine. So we just got to all roll the oars, and this team has showed they can beat anybody at any time, anywhere when they play as a team.
Hey, Amar, we get a lot of this in the Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox. Just to set the record straight, are you in on any of these personnel decisions when it comes to what Rick Campbell is up to?
No, I'll be told what's happening on something like the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, and I certainly appreciate them keeping me aware of certain key decisions, but I'm in no way going to be meddling as far as who's playing what position or when. Not at all. We've got coaches and management that handles that.
Amar, you started. Your football team started 5-1, and I was thinking, you know, Western Final. I mean, this is looking good. But 3-7 in your past 10. There's a lot of heat on our text line, also on Coach Rick Campbell. Have you thought of a coaching change in the last few weeks?
No, we haven't at all. You know, we're just we're in the playoffs. You know, we're going to deal with the playoffs and see what happens. And you know, those decisions you know, aren't being thought of at this point at all. We just want to get out and get back on track here. And despite all of our adversity and inconsistencies, you know, hey, we're in the tournament, and you know, anything can happen now. It's up to us, and we're kind of big underdogs now.
But also, by the same token, how disappointing no home playoff game. I mean, you're 5-1. You're probably thinking it too. I mean, we got a shot. I had predicted Winnipeg and BC at BC Place for the Western Final, and you go from that 5-1 to not even a home playoff date. How tough was that?
Yeah, it was disappointing. And, we had that nice win in Victoria. We had a nice win in Montreal. Like, it feels like we're just getting on momentum. And then something just kind of, like sand going through our hands. It's hard to put a finger on it. But yeah, it's disappointing. But at the same time, we're talking more like, we're out of the tournament and we're not. So I think the good news is the BC Lions are alive and, we're going to go after it. And I think, coach is going to get these guys motivated to push as hard as we can. Again, no one's really counting us to do much now, but let's see what happens here. VA coming in on the weekend. Let's get a good look at him as well.
Okay, Amar, Grey Cup tickets. Can you give us an update? We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, I think they're through 48,000, which is great. And usually those last few thousand are going to go as soon as the Grey Cup's decided. So we're way ahead of our expectations. Some of the events now are sold out around town. So we're very, very much on plan, if not ahead. And we're very excited to host this Grey Cup. It's going to be a lot of fun here, guys. I'm excited to walk around with everybody and participate in some of these great activities we've got planned here for Vancouver.
Amar, back to the quarterback issue. Do you still have confidence in Nathan Rourke?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Look, both of these quarterbacks, there is no lack of confidence here whatsoever. Not for my seat. I'm just their biggest fan. But, certainly Nathan coming in the way he did, he's gone 4 or 5 teams in 1 year, moving, getting resettled, located, learning new playbooks, pressure on himself, pressure from the media. This poor guy, he's had a lot of pianos on his back, and, he doesn't deserve all that pressure. He puts a lot on himself. This kid is a pro. We have no, and I certainly don't have any thoughts of anything else except this kid is excellent and, just brought it in an odd time. And he had to come in at Winnipeg, with 2 days of practice coming back to the CFL. I mean, that's a tough gig for anybody. VA was hurt at that point in time.
We set up this interview, I think, last week, and you probably thought this is going to be a piece of cake. I'm going to be talking about the Grey Cup and the ticket sales, and then all of a sudden there's the quarterback issue, a bad loss against Saturday. Thanks so much for doing this, Amar. We really appreciate it. We don't get that from every ownership group in this town. Just to let you know we appreciate it.
Hey, guys, we're going to fight hard, and I always appreciate being here, guys. So thanks a lot, and go Lions.
You bet.